Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about some leaders in education. A current leader in education is Noam Chomsky. He's the father of modern linguistics, and he's written many books about different topics, including education. His catalog is absurd about how much this man has written. He's not a young guy by any means. He's done a lot of work and he's lived a lot of life, and he's certainly an existentialist. He's an influential progressive thinker and is very critical of schools' factory kind of system. He believes that knowledge is acquired through experience, and critical thinking should be the foundation of education and not just rote memorization. Many people credit Chomsky with helping starting and then perpetuating the cognitive revolution. He has a lot of very good takes on education, and I've always been a big fan of Noam. He was introduced to me by my high school Spanish teacher, Bianca Elliott, and she was a very smart woman, and she thought that I should read Chomsky, and so I could understand more about language, because primarily he was a linguist. Another a past leader in education was Horace Mann, and Horace Mann is often referred to as the father of common school. He used his position in government to change the way public schooling worked in Massachusetts. This goes back to the old Duluth-Satan Act, and making sure that students were legible and literate, and could function in society that way. And his changes to education got the ball rolling for the rest of the United States, and they really followed in his footsteps. He was a really big proponent of making sure every child had access to local taxpayer-funded public education. And he also really wanted to keep religion out of schools, out of public schools, that is. He was a vehement anti-slavery activist. He was not down for that, which was uncommon in his time. He lived from 1796 to 1859, and his impacts on education are still extremely palpable to this day. And he was an educator for his whole life up until his death, and he did great things for American ed, and he changed the way a lot of that worked. Today, my sources were from Britannica for the Encyclopedia Britannica for both Horace Mann and Noam Chomsky, and then I got information about Horace Mann from PBS's online Only a Teacher Schoolhouse Pioneers, and I also read a piece called The Educational Theory of Noam Chomsky by Scott Bovich. I will post my work cited in the description box, so you guys can all go and read more about these great men and the great things that they've done for education. If you guys have Dr. Stufflebeam, you should definitely talk to him about Horace Mann, as he's a huge fan, and will tell you a lot about him and his work. And when you look back into taking a field trip, that was definitely a progressive thing, and learning through experience. So that's a big part of Noam Chomsky's work. And then, in addition to that, when you think of the school that you went to and the way that it functions, and your access to public school, you have Horace Mann to thank for that. Thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe, have a wonderful day. I've been Liam Neidig, signing off.